Hello and welcome back again. This is the third and final part of the Designing a Superhero series. I really hope you've enjoyed this series so far. I'm sorry about the echo, I'm not in my normal room right now, so there will be some echo in this video. Now, today we're going to be finishing up the coloring process, including the shading and rendering of the figure. I decided to not go with a very detailed rendering for this illustration because I didn't, want it to be too detailed. This is supposed to be a quick illustration. It did not end up being one. So I decided to go with a sketchier line art style because I could not get the lines smooth to save my life when I was lining this. So the lines are a little bit sketchy, but that's just fine. It's art, there's no need for excuses. So right now I'm just coloring in the arm, zooming out, zooming back in, making sure that I have everything within the semi-borders of this drawing. Now that I have the arms almost completely colored in, I am going to start with the shading soon. I am still using that same purple color palette. I only deviate from the palette once in this entire illustration. See if you catch when that is. So I'm just adding in the shading. I'm doing shading under, so the light source is above her. With the light source being above her, it makes it easier to know where the shading is, especially when doing concept designs. Like, this is in no way a final design for a character, it's just a concept. While blending out the highlights and the shadows, I like to make sure that my complementary colors are good and my analogous colors are also doing well and matching up with each other nicely. I made the background gray so that the whites could pop out, and I am adding highlights to the shoulders. Highlights and shadows are a very important part of drawing because they give you a sense of where the light is. Without the highlights and the shadows, the drawing looks, flat, for lack of a better term. Now I am just making sure that everything is okay. I am checking and getting the underhands all shaded. And now I'm going to be working on the leggings. Or body blushing, I guess. I am just blushing the body, making sure that everything looks nice. Got rid of the line art there for a second, but I got it back. Blushing is also important to add depth and dimension to the face. Without blushing, the face looks flat, for lack of a better term, that I can think of at the moment. And then, after I'm done with the blushing, I'm going to start with the leggings in about 3, 2, 1. There we go. So the leggings I decided to do in a navy blue color to offset the purple a little bit. Because there's so much purple up top, I need to offset it a little bit with the costume colors. Also, I don't think bright purple would be very good for a superhero setting where she might have to do some stealth missions. Not positive about that though. Who knows, I might change the design later. I had to be careful when coloring in the legs because the legs do have smoother line art. Which means that I need to make sure that I am able to, not go over the lines. Currently I'm using an iPad with Procreate on it. Now that I've got the legs almost completely colored, I'm going to start shading them soon. For the shading of the legs, I did a very simple, darker of the same color. It's not fancy at all. It's just going to my color wheel, picking out the darker color, and then going to town on shading. I mostly focused the shading under the little hip fabric pieces, and I made sure that there wouldn't be shading where naturally there wouldn't be shading. So I shaded under the knees, but not over the knees, all that jazz. Now I'm going to be taking the same darker color, and I am going to be just continuing shading it. I don't know why I spent so long on this, but whatever. So now I'm going to switch to gray, and I am going to be using the grayish blue color to just color in the torso. The coloring has a very irregular pattern to it because I was just trying to get it onto the paper. Well, paper in air quotes, because it's an iPad, not paper. So yeah. Please let me know what you think of this design in the comments, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. I'm going to be coloring in and shading the rest of the torso, the little hip fabric bits, and then the cape. I hope you enjoy. Have a wonderful day. Please like and subscribe, and stay beautiful. I'm trying to come up with a catchphrase. Don't judge me.